There's a Japan you won't find in travel guides. What you're about to see truly exists in Japan, and each of them will make you want to jump on a plane and go see for yourself. In this video, let's step into a list of 18 real-life bizarre things you can only find in the land of the rising sun, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss our next journeys. The island where women are forever banned, Okinoshima. There is an island off the coast of Fukuoka Prefecture called Okinoshima, a site recognized by UNESCO as a World Cultural Heritage location. But what makes it famous isn't the scenery. It's the fact that women are completely forbidden to set foot there. Why is it so strange? According to ancient Shinto beliefs, Okinoshima is so sacred that any impurity, including the presence of women, could taint its spiritual purity. Even men must undergo a purification ritual to enter, bathing in a spring, stripping all clothes, and leaving with nothing from the island. The only person allowed to reside there regularly is the priest guarding the Munakata shrine, and even he lives without electricity, no internet, no contact with the outside world. Sumo festival where crying babies bring good luck. Next, you won't believe your eyes when you learn that in Japan, a traditional festival gathers hundreds of infants on a sumo ring just to cry. That's right, whoever makes the baby cry first wins. The festival is called Nakizumo, held annually at many shrines in Tokyo and other prefectures, with the belief that crying drives away evil spirits and blesses children with good health. The Japanese say, Nakuko wa sodatsu. A crying baby will grow strong. 2 sumo wrestlers each carry a baby, shout loudly, ring bells, or make funny faces to scare them. Of course, all in good fun and never harming the baby. If both cry, the louder one wins. The scene in the ring is bizarre and unbelievably adorable. Some babies cry uncontrollably, some fall asleep, some even giggle. But behind those tears is a heartfelt blessing for the whole family. What do you think about this festival? If you're a parent, would you dare enter your baby into a crying contest? Or would you be afraid your child wins too loudly? The world's most high-tech toilets. In Japan even, using the bathroom becomes a high-tech experience. Japanese toilets come with features you'd only expect in sci-fi movies. Heated seats that turn on automatically, smart bidets that let you adjust temperature and pressure, sensors that auto-open the lid, sound effects like music or running water to ensure privacy. Some even offer health analysis through urine and LED nightlights with motion sensors. Sounds simple, but the moment you step into a toilet and the lid opens by itself, soft music plays, and a warm seat awaits, you truly feel like royalty. Many foreign tourists admit, after using a Japanese toilet, they never want to go back to their home ones again. Even more impressive, public toilets in Japan are incredibly clean, modern, and accessible for people with disabilities. A standard of civility the whole world could learn from. Deer in Nara are trained by radio. In the city of Nara, where deer are seen as sacred animals in Shintoism, you can find hundreds of deer casually strolling along streets, parks, even right outside supermarket entrances. But here's the more fascinating part. The city government broadcasts a radio program every morning to train the deer to avoid cars and prevent accidents. This is one of the world's most unique examples of human-animal coexistence. The audio includes car horns, footsteps, and voices calling repeated to create conditioned responses, helping deer stay calm and avoid panic around people. Amazingly, many deer have truly learned the drill and even wait for red lights before crossing the road. On top of that, locals and tourists often bow to the deer, and miraculously, many deer bow back to ask for crackers, a memorable moment that's both bizarre and heartwarming. Square watermelons, not for eating, just for display. Japanese people don't just eat watermelon, they design them like works of art. In Zensuji, Kagawa, farmers use transparent plastic molds to shape young melons into perfect cubes, even on every edge. From afar, they look like emerald green Rubik's cubes. Strange, yet luxurious. Here's the twist. These square melons aren't for eating, as they're often picked before ripening to keep their shape, so the taste is quite bland. People buy square watermelons to decorate homes, gift to bosses, gift to business partners, or display during holidays as symbols of refinement and status. In Japan, fruit isn't just food. It's a way to express emotion, respect, and aesthetic taste. That's why one watermelon can sell for anywhere from $200 to over $1,000. Cafés for the lonely, where you rent a stranger to talk. In some major cities in Japan, especially Tokyo, where life moves fast and people grow increasingly isolated, there are now very special cafes, spots made just for the lonely. Here you can rent a stranger to talk with, share things you can't tell family, or simply sit in silence together with no pressure to speak. No judgment, no expectations, no stress. Some cafes even let you choose your companion, an elder, a young woman, or someone experienced, depending on the emotional comfort you're looking for. It's not just a service, it's a kind of therapy in an increasingly isolated society. Many people say after visiting, sometimes just having someone to listen makes life feel lighter. And in Japan, they've turned empathy into something very real and humane. If you ever have a hard day, would you try one of these cafes, sit with someone you don't know, just to not be alone anymore? Schools without janitors, students clean their own toilets. In Japan, if you ask, "Where's the janitor?" the answer is often, "It's the students." At most schools, from elementary to high school, students take turns cleaning classrooms, hallways, toilets, and schoolyards every day. It's not punishment. It's part of a moral and community awareness program called Osoji. Japanese people believe kids should learn to respect shared spaces, understand the value of labor, and take personal responsibility from a young age. When a child scrubs a toilet themselves, they'll see public cleanliness in a whole new light. After each Clean Your School session, the atmosphere is cheerful. Student groups laugh and cooperate like it's a fun club activity. And it's often in these moments that many kids learn their first real lessons in independence, respect, and teamwork. Fugu, a fish that can kill if prepared incorrectly. From classroom to dining table, and not every dish in Japan is perfectly safe. In Japanese cuisine, no dish is as dangerous, expensive, and strangely beloved as fugu or pufferfish. This fish contains tetrodotoxin, a poison hundreds of times stronger than cyanide. One small mistake in preparation, and the eater could die within minutes. No antidote, no second chance. Yet in Japan, fugu is considered a luxury delicacy, often served at high-end banquets. Chefs must hold a special license, complete 3 years of training and practical exams, and even taste the fish they prepare. Diners call it a dish that's beautiful, delicate, and breathlessly thrilling, because one wrong bite could make you depart in style. If a slice of fugu sashimi, paper-thin and translucent, was placed in front of you, would you? A. Take a bite just to try, B. Admire it safely from afar, or C. Play it safe and order something else. A 1,000-year-old cherry blossom tree, still blooming brightly every year. After that heart-pounding dish, let's return to something gentler: cherry blossoms. In Fukushima Prefecture, Japan, there stands an ancient cherry blossom tree over 1,000 years old. But what makes it special isn't just its age. Every spring, it still blooms vibrantly, its soft pink petals defying the passage of time. It's called Miharu Takizakura, meaning waterfall cherry of Miharu, because its branches cascade like waterfalls, covered in thousands of pale pink blossoms that leave viewers speechless. More than just a tree, Takizakura symbolizes resilience, timeless beauty, and Japan's unyielding spirit, especially after the 2011 earthquake-tsunami disaster. Each spring, thousands gather beneath its branches to view the blossoms and quietly pray for a peaceful year. Many even see it as a spiritual cleansing ritual after a long, busy year. The invisible shrine: no gate, no sign, no clear entrance. In Kyoto, often called the soul of Japanese culture, there is a mysterious shrine with no map location, no entrance gate, no nameplate, and not even a distinct structure. Locals call it the invisible shrine because only those with fate can find it. No one knows exactly where its center is. It could be a mossy stone, a forest clearing, or an old tree wrapped in sacred rope, shimenawa. In Shinto belief, not all shrines need walls, roofs, or wooden pillars. Wherever is sacred, that's a shrine. And sometimes the greatest reverence comes not from grand buildings, but from the feeling that you're in a holy place, even when you can't see it. The Japanese believe holiness doesn't have to be visible. As long as your heart is sincere and you can feel the presence, it is enough. Flowing cold noodles in bamboo. Catch it before you eat it. Think eating noodles is simple? Then you haven't tried nagashi somen, a fun and unique culinary experience found only in Japan. In the sweltering Japanese summer, people created nagashi somen cold noodles, flowing through bamboo shoots, to help beat the heat. Some thin white noodles are dropped into a long bamboo trough with running cold water. Diners sit on both sides and use chopsticks to catch noodles, swimming past, dip them in chilled sauce, then eat immediately. It sounds gentle, but in reality, it's missed noodles, lots of laughs, and the thrill of catching just one strand feels like winning a game. It's more than a meal. It's a fun, fast-paced challenge, perfect for hot summer days. Some restaurants even offer nagashi somen as group activities for families, friends, or tourists. A refreshing, joyful, and unforgettable experience. Cat weddings, real ceremonies with real guests. Have you ever seen cats get married? In Japan, not only does it happen, it's often more elegant and organized than a human wedding. Cats wear traditional kimonos or tiny wedding gowns and are led down the aisle with soft music. There are invitations, wedding cakes made just for cats, fresh flowers, and guests include owners and beloved pets. The mood is solemn, but so adorable it melts hearts. In Japan, pets are treated as full family members, and cat weddings show deep affection, pride, and sometimes a charming sense of humor that connects animal lovers. Some companies even specialize in full package pet weddings, complete with photographers, wedding videos, symbolic marriage certificates, and guest souvenirs. Sounds over the top? In Japan, it's simply an emotional lifestyle, expressed in a very unique way. If you have a beloved boss at home, would you consider throwing them a dream wedding? And who do you think would be the perfect bride or groom cat? High-rise cemeteries. Even ashes have private apartments. In crowded cities like Tokyo, land is scarce not only for the living, but also for the deceased who now have to rest in levels. That's why Japan has high-rise cemeteries, where cremated remains are not buried underground, but stored in individual rooms, like mini apartments for souls. Each floor has walkways, elevators, and electronic systems to help families locate the exact resting spot. Some facilities are so modern that scanning a card will make the urn automatically appear before you, along with a screen showing the photo and biography of the deceased. No need for incense or candles. Everything is clean, digitized, and designed as a smart memorial space. Not everyone is familiar with condos for the departed, but in Japan, it's a respectful, modern, and tidy solution that still keeps the spiritual dignity and privacy of remembrance. Crab wasabi and raw squid ice cream, a challenge for your taste buds. In Japan, ice cream isn't always sweet and comforting. Sometimes it's a test of courage. Believe it or not, some stores in Japan sell ice cream flavors like crab meat, wasabi, and even raw squid. Yes, cold desserts with full-on ocean flavor and nose-burning heat that not everyone dares to try twice. Each region has its own weird ice cream specialty, like Hokkaido's snow crab ice cream, Shizuoka's fresh wasabi ice cream, and coastal towns like Hakodate where squid ice cream is totally normal. Locals take pride in these as creative ways to promote regional ingredients. How do they taste? Crab is a bit salty, slightly fishy but aromatic. Wasabi is cold and so spicy it stings your nose. And squid? Some say it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Others can't decide. If it was dessert or an appetizer, If you were handed a raw squid ice cream cone, would you? A. Try it right away. B. Tag your friend to take the first bite. C. Film a reaction video, then run off. Or D. Eat the full combo? The albino snake island, living Lucky Charms. If you're afraid of snakes, Japan might just change your mind. In Iwakuni City, Yamaguchi Prefecture, people not only raise albino snakes naturally, they also worship them as sacred protectors of luck. These snakes, scientifically known as albino Japanese rat snakes, are pure white with pinkish eyes, completely non-venomous and harmless. According to folklore, they are messengers of Benten, the goddess of fortune, bringing wealth, peace, and luck to those who meet them. Locals built a shrine just for the white snakes, where visitors can pray, draw fortunes, and even touch the sacred creature if they're brave enough. Some also buy snake charms, snake statues, or wallets made from snake-patterned fabric to attract good fortune. Unlike the fearsome image of snakes in Western culture, dangerous and evil, in Japan, snakes are symbols of rebirth, tranquility, and a fresh beginning. If a white snake suddenly crossed your path, what would you do? A. Close your eyes and wish for luck. B. Take a photo quickly. Or C. Turn around and run? Snake and exotic animal cafes. Sip drinks while facing reptiles. If you think going for coffee is always a safe idea, then don't visit Japan unprepared for the unexpected. Here, some cafes let you enjoy drinks while hanging out with snakes, hedgehogs, owls, hairless cats, rabbits, or even goats. Most shocking is the Snake Cafe, where you sip a latte while staring at real snakes coiled in glass boxes right beside you. Some are pure white, some striped black and yellow, some nearly 2 meters long, all alive, moving, and chilling calmly. You can sit next to a snake or sign up to gently hold one if you're feeling bold. Staff are extremely friendly and will introduce each snake's name, species, and personality like beloved pets. Though a little creepy at first, these places attract lots of young tourists, especially those who love the bizarre and want a wild photo for social media. Elderly committing crimes to go to jail, a sad truth in modern Japan. It sounds strange, but this is really happening in Japan. Many elderly people, especially those living alone, are intentionally committing minor crimes just to go to jail. Why? Because in prison, they get regular meals, someone to talk to, and free medical care. While outside, all they have is a small room, a TV, and years of silence. One elderly man confessed he shoplifted on purpose, not from poverty, but to be sent to jail where he felt like having family around. Some even reoffend after release, just to be taken back. It's the result of a rapidly aging society with few children, low birth rates, and loneliness becoming a silent killer of emotional well-being. The Cucumber Throwing Festival, sending illness away with the flowing water. In the ancient capital of Kyoto, a place rich with millennia of culture and spiritual tradition, there is a quiet yet deeply meaningful ritual, the Kuri Naga, also known as the Cucumber Throwing Festival. In summer, people write their names or the names of sick loved ones on a fresh cucumber, then release it into a stream within the grounds of Shimogamo Shrine. They believe the cucumber will carry away illness, worries, and misfortune, returning good health and peace to the one who cast it. Cucumbers are chosen because their shape resembles the human body, and their cool green color symbolizes purification and renewal. The ritual is simple, no loud chants, no elaborate offerings, just a gesture filled with hope, faith, and a sense of harmony between humans and nature. Many foreign visitors who attend Kuri Naj say, you don't need to understand every part of the ritual, just watching cucumbers gently floating down the stream is enough to feel lighter. We've just explored 18 strange, unique, and unbelievable yet completely real things found in Japan. And now it's your turn. Which one impressed you the most? Leave a comment below and share your thoughts. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss more upcoming videos about fascinating cultures, remarkable people, and journeys around the world. "13-year-olds are legally allowed to do adult things, but if you're a student, you're banned from dating." In Japan, schools aren't just strict. They're governed by rules so bizarre you might think they're fiction. And in today's video, Eagle Discovery takes you inside 18 strange, real-life school rules that could only exist in the land of the rising sun. Ready? Because you're about to enter a world where going to school looks nothing like anywhere else on Earth. Mandatory white underwear, regulated down to the fabric layer. Think school uniforms just mean white shirts and pleated skirts? In Japan, the rules go far beyond that. At many junior high schools, female students are required to wear white underwear only. No light pink, no beige, no stripes. The official reason? To avoid being visually inappropriate under thin white shirts and to promote uniformity on campus. But what truly shocks many is this: underwear can be inspected. If a female teacher suspects a student of breaking the rule, she may take the student into a private room and conduct a direct inspection. This has caused distress and anxiety among students. In an environment that's supposed to protect them, Japanese public opinion has called for this rule to be abolished, citing it as a serious violation of personal privacy. If you think underwear inspections are the most extreme it gets, just wait until you see what they do to students' hair, even if it's 100% natural. Hair must be black. Even natural beauty can be against the rules. In Japan, black hair isn't just a cultural ideal. In schools, it's practically a mandatory uniform. Students born with naturally brown or curly hair must provide childhood photos as proof that "I was born this way." Otherwise, they're forced to dye it black or straighten it, even if their hair has never been chemically treated. For many, this becomes a deep emotional wound. Instead of being accepted as they are, they're required to erase their identity to blend in with the group. Some students are even pressured to alter their appearance simply because they don't look like everyone else, creating a rigid and oppressive version of what's considered normal. This rule has sparked heated debates in Japan about diversity and the need to accept differences in modern education. Have you ever been forced to change something about yourself just to be accepted? Share your story, because someone out there might need to hear it. No personal fans allowed, even in 104 degrees Fahrenheit heat. Scorching temperatures of 104 degrees Fahrenheit? Don't expect to fan yourself or use a mini portable fan in a Japanese classroom. Some schools strictly ban all forms of personal cooling devices, even in the blazing heat of summer. The reason? To avoid distractions and maintain collective discipline. But this rule has led many students to suffer from fatigue, dehydration, and a significant drop in concentration. For those especially sensitive to heat, it's not just uncomfortable, it poses real risks to both physical and mental health. While some schools have started installing air conditioning in classrooms, many still lack the resources, making summer learning a dreaded experience year after year. This lack of flexibility has sparked growing criticism across the country. Tampons required to join swimming class, a controversial rule. When it's time for swim class, many Japanese girls feel anything but excited, especially during their period. But instead of being excused or shown understanding, they're often told, you must use a tampon if you want to skip the swimming session. Otherwise, makeup class. During summer vacation, what sounds like a small rule actually interferes with a girl's autonomy over her own body and menstrual choices. Many feel embarrassed, ashamed, and pressured into doing something they're not ready for. Worse still, tampons aren't commonly used by young girls in Japan. Forcing their use can lead to unnecessary anxiety, fear, and even trauma. Experts and educators have called for a reevaluation of this rule, urging a more empathetic and body-respecting approach to female students' health and well-being. Students clean the toilets, no janitors involved. In most countries, cleaning school restrooms is the job of custodial staff. But in Japan, the system is completely different. Students are the ones who mop floors, scrub toilets, wash sinks, and clean classrooms. Every single day. It's not a punishment, nor is it forced labor. It's an official part of the Japanese educational system. Each class has a designated cleaning roster, and students take turns tidying up as a daily routine. The goal? To teach responsibility, humility, and gratitude for shared spaces. While foreign students often find this overwhelming, for the Japanese, it's a way of nurturing a strong sense of community from a young age. No wonder Japanese children grow up with habits of cleanliness, order, and deep respect for their environment. Where in the world are you watching this video from? And at your school, have students ever been required to clean the toilets or classrooms themselves? Drop a comment and share your experience, because every country has a very different story, and we'd love to hear yours. Lose your helmet, no replacement given. In some Japanese schools, students who ride bicycles are issued a school-provided helmet. But here's the catch, you only get one. Lose it, damage it, and you won't be given another. Sounds harsh? The educational philosophy behind it is clear. Value your belongings, take responsibility, and learn to care for what you're given. Some students have shared stories of losing their helmets and having to walk several kilometers to school for weeks. A form of learning through consequence. It's more than a lesson in discipline. It's about respecting even the smallest possessions and accepting responsibility for your actions. No home lunches. You must eat the school meal. In elementary and junior high schools across Japan, bringing lunch from home is not allowed. All students eat together in class with school-provided meals, and they are expected to finish everything on their plate. The goal? Ensure equal nutrition, eliminate social differences, and teach children to appreciate food. But not all students are comfortable with it. For picky eaters or those with food allergies, the policy can feel overwhelming. Some even feel embarrassed if they can't finish their meal, worried about being called out by peers or teachers. Still, many see this as an opportunity for students to adjust their palate, overcome their fear of unfamiliar foods, and learn to live harmoniously in a group setting. No phones allowed, and nobody complains. In many countries, students sneak phones into their pockets, text under the table, or secretly film TikToks during class. But in Japan, phones are completely banned on school grounds, even during breaks. No games, no selfies, no social media scrolling. Instead, students talk face-to-face, play physical games, or read books during recess. It may sound strict, but surprisingly, few students complain. Most accept it as normal. And many teachers say the phone-free environment has helped students focus better, feel less stressed, and develop real social skills. In a world drowning in screen time, Japanese schools are quietly building stronger human connections. The old-fashioned way. Ponytails not allowed. It might sound unbelievable, but many Japanese high schools ban ponytail hairstyles for female students. Why? Some schools claim that ponytails are too sexual and could distract male students. This rule has sparked outrage internationally for reinforcing gender bias and taking control over girls' appearances to an absurd level. Still, some schools continue to enforce it as part of their so-called moral education. Critics argue that instead of teaching boys to respect women, schools are choosing to restrict girls' freedom. A backward and prejudiced approach that has no place in modern education. No makeup, no accessories, no personal grooming. In certain Japanese schools, students are strictly prohibited from wearing makeup, jewelry, nail polish, or even shaving their legs. Items like earrings, watches, and headbands are completely banned. The goal is to keep everyone looking simple and uniform, to avoid excessive differences in appearance. But this policy has drawn criticism for being overly controlling. Many believe it erases individuality and personal freedom, especially during a time of self-discovery. Some students say they've been scolded just for having shiny lips or extra clean nails. This push to standardize appearance is seen by many as out of step with modern education, which should celebrate diversity and personal expression. Teenage love? Forget about it. Another strict rule: romantic relationships are forbidden in many Japanese schools. Even small gestures like holding hands, giving gifts, or sitting too close can result in a warning or even a formal mark in your student record. Schools argue that young love can distract students from their studies and future goals. But for many, this feels like a denial of one of the most natural parts of growing up: the right to feel and express emotions during adolescence. Some schools even have teachers who patrol campus to spot overly affectionate couples. This creates stress and forces many students to hide their feelings or treat their relationships like a secret crime. Tag the person you're crushing on. And if you're from another country, share your thoughts. Is student romance allowed in your school culture? Teachers absent, students still study, alone. In most countries, when a teacher's absent, someone steps in to substitute. But in Japan, students are expected to self-study based on a pre-assigned plan. No substitute teacher, no one to supervise, no one to explain the lesson. This reflects Japan's deep trust in students' self-discipline and autonomy. But not everyone finds it easy. Many students feel overwhelmed, trying to tackle tough material without any direct help. Some even say that self-study periods are more stressful than exams because there's no one to turn to when stuck. That said, this practice has also helped students develop strong research skills, time management, and personal responsibility, tools that serve them well later in life. Everyone must join a club, no exceptions. Even if you're introverted, not into group activities, or swamped with academic work, you're still required to join at least one club in most Japanese schools. Why? Because for the Japanese, clubs aren't just for fun. They're a vital training ground for life skills. Teamwork, discipline, and personal growth are considered just as important as what's taught in textbooks. After regular classes, students stay at school for a few more hours to attend club activities. From baseball and tea ceremony to photography and robotics, each club is like a mini society, helping students develop in well-rounded ways. Cosplay at school festivals, a creative explosion. During the annual cultural festivals, Japanese schools undergo a complete transformation. Students are free to express their creativity and individuality by cosplaying as characters from anime, manga, movies, even famous pop idols. Handmade costumes, student-run booths, and games designed entirely by students fill the school with excitement and energy. This isn't just a chance to unwind. It's also a hands-on lesson in event planning, collaboration, and artistic expression, all within a system usually known for its rigidity. Many schools even open the festival to parents and local community members, turning it into one of the biggest events of the year. Students learn how to organize, coordinate, and problem-solve in real-world settings, lessons you won't find in any textbook. Reverse Valentine's Day, girls go first. On February 14th, it's not the boys who give gifts. It's the girls who take the lead by giving chocolate to the person they like. There's honmei choco, chocolate of true feelings, for someone special, and giri choco, obligatory chocolate, for friends or teachers, as a token of appreciation. Then, exactly 1 month later on March 14th, trick art. White Day, boys return the gesture by giving gifts back to those who gave them chocolate. This sweet tradition isn't just about love. It teaches students how to express their feelings with care, timing, and sincerity. Many girls go the extra mile, making handmade chocolates, wrapping them thoughtfully, and bringing them to school. A subtle yet heartfelt act. For Japanese students, Valentine's and White Day are more than romantic occasions. They're early life lessons in courage, honesty, and emotional connection. Serve yourself and clean up too. In Japanese schools, lunchtime doesn't come with cafeteria staff. Students serve their own meals, eat together in the classroom, and clean up afterward, washing trays, wiping desks, and making sure everything is tidy. There's no gender divide. Everyone is responsible for their space. This simple routine is actually a vital part of instilling independence, orderliness, and respect for others' efforts, values deeply embedded in Japanese culture from a young age. And more than just a meal, these shared lunches help build a stronger classroom bond. Many students say they feel more responsible when they see their friends doing the same. No one wants to be the one who breaks the group spirit. No security guards. Students enter and exit freely. Japanese schools typically don't have tall gates, locked fences, or full-time security guards. The gates stay open all day. Students come and go on their own, with no direct supervision. This reflects a society built on safety, trust, and personal responsibility. But this freedom comes with high expectations. Students are trusted not to skip class or take advantage of the open access. Schools work closely with parents and the local community to monitor things indirectly. There may be no physical barriers, but a shared sense of responsibility and mutual trust acts as the invisible safeguard that keeps the school environment stable and secure. A few inches too short, and you could get punished. Even small changes to your appearance, like a trendy haircut or a skirt that's a bit too short, can get you reprimanded or punished in many Japanese schools. Some institutions have strict guidelines for skirt length, hairstyle, hair color, even the shine of your shoes. These rules are intended to preserve the student spirit, modest, humble, and non-flashy. But in today's world, many argue that such rigid policies suppress self-expression and add unnecessary pressure to students. Some students say they've lost confidence simply because their appearance didn't fit the standard, even though they weren't breaking any academic or behavioral rules. As a result, some education advocates are calling for a reform of outdated appearance rules, urging schools to embrace individuality and